Welcome back to our second part, beloved. Welcome back. And our second part, we are talking about how to know you have a spiritual or a husband or a spiritual wife. We are going to talk about the characteristic, how you can identify them. Those who didn't watch our first part, you are welcome to go back. You're going to see we started with the introduction. We explain who are they, what kind of spirit are they. So now, in our second part, we are studying about the characteristic. What are the characteristics that we pick and that we can identify if you are a victim of a spiritual husband or wife spirit? The first one is sex dream. You can tell me, Master, many people, even science have said people can dream about it. Here we are not talking about science. We are talking about spirituality. What is happening? Most people having sex in dream as a spiritual husband or wife. I say well, most people. I didn't say all people. Most people having sex in dreams as a spiritual husband or wife. If in the past you had sex in dreams and you were not delivered, you have a spiritual husband or wife. It is wrong to have sex in dreams. Sex in dreams are spiritual annullity. I'll be very clear with you. Regardless of your education level, your knowledge, I'm focusing on a spiritual aspect. And on a spiritual aspect, having wet dreams is wrong. It's wrong based on the point that we are going to see. The second characteristic of you identifying that you are having a spiritual or a spiritual husband or wife is depriving the married sex. First, we say sex in dreams. You are dreaming about faces of people which might be familiar to you, and some might not be familiar to you. They seduce you, overpower you, and have sex with you. And you are feeling it. That is already a sign. Either you believe it or not, you're going to see how your life is progressing. You can look at your life as you're watching me. Things how they are going. We are in the characteristics. So our second characteristic is depriving married sex. Spiritual husband and wives deprive the married sex. The errant spirit do everything they can to deny married sex. You have heard wives tell the husband to pay for sex, bringing excuse to deprive sex, married sleeping in different beds, etc. Spiritual husband and wives is one of the major causes of separation and divorce. See how to know you are separated. The deprivation of sex in marriage is one of the signs of an external infiltration. Just look around. When you were busy proposing to your wife, how you were desiring her sexually, how you were appreciating her beauty, how you thought that having her around you was the end of the world. The same apply with the man, and the same will apply with the woman. Look at the time that this guy, this handsome guy, was proposing to you. You didn't sleep that night. You had such visions. You can fantasize some things. You are very excited to be approached by that kind of man. But what is happening today? You are making him pay for sex. You, the man, you are making her beg for sex. Where's the love? Destroyed. Each of you are giving excuse. I have a back pain. I'm tired. I got stress. I got this. You don't see or feel each other attractive anymore. Your partner is no longer attractive to you. You are pretending, yes, you're watching me now, you are an hypocrite. You don't longer feel sexually attracted by your partner. Those are the signs of you being a victim of a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife. It's very important that you pay attention to these details and characteristics, because you might ignore them, neglect them, doesn't help you. Where's your life now? You can't even sleep. You don't even know what direction to take, which way to go. I'm giving you the signs. I'm giving the characteristics, which you can use as tools to identify if you're a victim of this spirit, so that you know what is the cause of your problems and then go ahead and address them. We go to our third part, which is still affection and attraction for your husband or wife to the married. There will be no affection and attraction for your husband or wife, and the spiritual husband or wife will give you hatred for your spouse. I'm smiling because I've come across a lot of this. You find couple which were supposed to be happy, which were supposed to be stable, start competing among each other, start becoming jealous of each other, start gossiping against each other, start developing hatred. Where being in a marriage, it means love. But you being in a marriage, it means war. As you're watching me now, maybe you're experiencing that in your marriage. Maybe you fail to understand, how did you reach this point? You always ask yourself, how do I reach here? How do we reach here? Maybe you have even seek help. You have seen pastors, apostles, prophets, sangomas, healer, marriage counselor, psychologist, and no one is providing you with an answer, because you are just a victim of a spirit which cannot be detected by those without the competence and the spiritual clearance to identify those spirits. Yes, I say spiritual clearance. It's not for nothing that I'm a spiritual master. I'm not a sangoma, I'm not a healer. I'm above that, and I'm not shy to say that, because I've got the spiritual clearance to tell you and see, identify what I'm telling you. Some they can identify, they don't know how to remove them. Some they might try, but they fail. So if you start developing hatred for your spouses, if you start developing an attractiveness towards your spouses, understand. Either your partner or your boyfriend, understand that they might not be the problem. You might not be the problem. You just are failing to identify the real problem, which is this errant spirit who are fulfilling the role of a spiritual husband and a spiritual wife. You are preferring to masturbate than having sex with your partner. You are preferring to go and have sex with other people than your partner. You're a victim. People might judge you, I'm not judging you. People might label you, might stigmatize you. I'm not. I know you are a victim. And there's a solution to this problem. And you have heard women who say they have no feelings toward their husband. They have a spiritual husband. Though the errant spirit still affection and attraction toward your husband and wife. It gives you affection and attraction toward men and women. It leads you to sexual immorality. You might find yourself, for no good reason, not enjoying your partner sexually anymore. You might not feel your partner sexually anymore. You might not desire your partner. You must start finding attraction outside your home, outside your marriage. And when you ask yourself the reason, you start giving excuses, not reasons. Because whatever excuses you are giving, you can sit down with your partner, you can engage with your partner, you can work it through. But the errant spirit gonna lead you to immorality, so that you're gonna meet other errant spirits who are living in single people, who are living in other victims to fulfill their needs with your bodies. In reality, you are no longer in control of yourself. You are no longer in control of this soul and body. Your spirit has been subjected, has been binded to be under control of the errant spirit, which subject now your physical body to their own pleasure. Yes. You sometimes ask yourself, are you seduced to sleep with other men? Why are you seduced to sleep with other women? And after you've done it, what happened? You're a victim. Maybe they never told you this. I'm informing you tonight. I'm informing you today. Depending on the time of the day you're watching this teaching, you are a victim. It's about time you bring the light into your life. It's about time the light shine upon your marriage, upon your relationship, upon your finances, upon your employment. These spirits are destructive. To the unmarried, you have heard women saying things like this. Men are dogs. I cannot be married. That is a spiritual husband speaking. It's a strategy of a spiritual husband to make sure that no other man will marry her, but giving her to men. Every woman who say such words like men are dogs is having sex with many men. Because you are single, you say the good men are dead. There is no good man. Men are dogs. I cannot get married. I'm enjoying my freedom. But deep inside your heart, you know very well. Deep inside your heart, you are completely conscient. That is not what you want. But you are facing with a situation which has become like a dilemma to you. You don't know what to do anymore. You look at some ugly women, uneducated women, uncivilized women, bad-mannered women, being aptly married. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, you ask yourself what you like. If you look at your social media, you are eating, they eat without any promotion. Any post you put of your picture, men are inboxing you like nobody business. But no one is lasting with you. No one is serious. No one meets your need. No one meets your target. No one meets your level. You're a victim. You're basically professing word like, I cannot get married. Men are dogs. So you want a dog to come and marry you. You are just giving rooms to that spiritual husband of you to come and occupy it and push every good man away from you. The same apply to men. I'm enjoying to be single. I want to eat my money alone. Women are problems. Women are headache. Women are beast. Women are witches. Women are evils. Women are this. You are possessed by a spiritual wife. You are busy masturbating every day. In the shower. You know very well that what I'm talking about. In your bedroom. What is happening around in the 8 hours in the morning? When it's cold and you wake up. You are a victim, my brother. You are a victim, my sister. And let us be shy, not shy about it. It's an opportunity for you to get answers to what always disturbs you. To get assistance to what you never overcome on your own. Our fourth point. The errant spirit, which is husband and wife spirit, give issue the head for your husband and wife. The spiritual husband and in a wife hate the spiritual husband. Reason women hate their husband and husband do not understand why their wife hate them, vice versa. We sometimes ask ourselves, what we've done? Why is this woman behaving like this? Why is women not understanding? Women also ask themselves from which planet men are coming from. Because you are just victims. Ask yourself, how do other people manage? Maybe your own parents have managed. Maybe your own grandparents have managed. Maybe your own sister managing. Maybe your own brothers are managing. Why you are not managing? Regardless of all the goodwill you are putting forward. Why you are not managing? Why it's so hard for you? Why in your case is impossible? Why you and your partner there is no understanding? Why can't you put aside what is separating you and put in common what is defining is your life, your love for each other? You are a victim. Today I'm not asking you, I'm informing you. You are a victim. Our fifth point, lead you to sexual immorality. Spiritual husband or wife lead you to sexual immorality. They take away the affection, attraction, and love of your husband and wife and exchange it for other men and women. Though this spirit, errant spirit, are having sex with you in dreams, they will lead you to have sex with other men and women, but not with your husband and wife. You are asking yourself, how do you find yourself start sleeping outside? It started like a mistake. The first one, we regretted it. You say no one will know, we cover it. It comes second, third. To the point where you don't find your wife attractive anymore. When you're having sex with your wife, in order for you to get erection, you start thinking about somebody else. You start imagining, visualizing somebody who does not ever exist. In order for you to be aroused and have sex with your husband, you start thinking about someone else. Or even about somebody who never existed, never met. You are a victim. If you are seeing these signs, you are a victim. I'm not beating the bush. You are a victim. Wake up. Stop becoming a victim. If you are identifying this first point I've made, you are already a victim. We are still living 5 more. To the unmarried, it is the same. The spiritual husband or wife will lead you to sex with many men and women. They may also give you pornography or masturbation. Masturbation is a sex with the spirituals. Though there is a spirit of masturbation, there is a spirit due to spiritual husband and wife. Science tells us that masturbation is healthy, is safe. You don't encounter any sexual disease. It's fine. It's a way of making your body express itself. It sounds very sweet. But what is bringing in your life? Since you are masturbating yourself, how many solutions have found your problems? How many satisfaction have you reached? You are single, you say, I'm not committed to anyone. I'm a rolling stone. You don't want to see any beautiful young girl, old lady, any beautiful shepherd body that is passing in front of you. You want to eat it. I'm not married. I don't have any ring. I'm not bound to anybody. Any handsome man come your way, any good-looking guy come your way, you want to bang him. You think you're having fun? Talk to yourself. Are you proud of it? Can you proudly publish it to your family, to your children? You are ashamed, but you can't control it because you are just a victim. You are allowed to have sex to please yourself with your partner. But if you start having multiple partners, something is wrong. It's a sign. You need help. You need assistance. Spiritual husband and wife may give you sexual challenges and give you confusion even in your sexual orientations, where you might be confused about if you are straight or gay. They may complicate you. You can't clearly identify yourself. Are you straight? Are you bisexual? Are you gay? Those are the signs. Many married men and women are in sexual immorality because of sexual husband or wives. Many married men and women are in sexual immorality because of spiritual husband and wife. Do you know why married men and women dress like potatoes in their marital bed with men's stocking? You're gonna see a man before he goes out, he shave nicely. He spray himself a nice cologne perfume. He looks himself in the mirror, is dressing up. You want everyone to feel that Tundo Tala is the man. You want the women, when they're gonna see him, to turn and look at him and to say, this is the man. When he return home, he put on an oversized t-shirt, a colorless short, and he's sitting, watching news, busy on the phone, not even minding about their partner. And you see the woman, before she goes out, she can spend more than 2 hours in front of a mirror, looking how this is fit, how does this not fit. She's gonna spend over 45 minutes looking for what to dress on that day. But you can look at the wardrobe secret. She's gonna try to match the color of everything on her body. But when she come back home on a married bed, she's wearing things like a bag of potatoes, claiming how she's that is too cold. She does not even make any effort to look beautiful for the man of her life. The same, the man doesn't make any effort to look handsome for the woman of her life. No effort is made. But you are making effort for the external world, for your colleague at work, for the people in your street, for people you're gonna meet at the restaurant, at the bite appointment, wherever you're going. Those are the signs that you're a victim here. You are not in control, even though you think you're in control. Those spirits have been with you. If you watch the first part, you're gonna learn how you get them. Some maybe even before you're born. So it's very important that we understand where we are. Denied marriage. Many men and women are married because they are married to a spiritual husband and vice versa. Many women are not married because when a man comes to marry them, the spiritual husband go to torment that man, either in dreams or physically, and the men flee, and vice versa. Many women are married, but spiritual husbands are denied them marriage, and so are men. Sometimes I got people ask, Master, each time I find a person, each time I find a partner, we're gonna be fine. They just leave. They just leave. They don't call, they don't contact. You have experienced these things. You ask yourself, why? What I've done to this lady? What I've done to this man? And it was 1, 2, 3, 4. It became a bit. Now you are watching me. You are even afraid that your time is over. You are even afraid that you cannot even have children anymore. You are attaining menopause. You are a victim. And if you are seeing these signs that I'm reading here, if you are identifying yourself with this kind of sign that I'm pointing here, take steps. Take appropriate spiritual steps to stop it. Yes, I said take steps to stop it. You will never do it on your own. I don't want to go into detail and tell you what you are thinking to do. But whatever you are thinking about doing on your own and doubting saying your own is going to work, do it. Let's see. I know what I'm teaching you. Seek guidance, seek for advice. They are there available, we want to provide them. This spirit, they can block your fertility. They can make your sperm to become lower, weak, so that you don't procreate. This spirit, they will give you sickness. They will destabilize you so that they can own you. Them, they are having sex with you in spirit. They don't truly need your physical body. They use it. Even if you are weak, they can still utilize you. This spirit, they can change you from being the man you are, from the woman you are, to the other one. If you are having this kind of mind and this kind of confusion, and you are not identifying yourself with that, but you are noticing that this is tormenting you, it's time to seek help. Yes, I'm saying it's time to seek help. This spirit will make you rebellious. They're going to make your wife disrespect the man. The man abuse the wife. They will create that hatred in you. There won't be harmony. When there's a spiritual husband, there's that couple harmony is gone. You're going to find couple which are unable to spend time together. It's difficult for a wife and a husband, for a boyfriend and girlfriend, for two fiancés to sit down and spend an hour together talking. But they can spend hours with other people who are not intimated to them at the level that their partner are. That has been victim. Sometimes now you can ask how this spirit they can chase your partner. I'm going to conclude by there. This spirit with this characteristic that has that name here, these 10 characteristics, what they do. Once you are a victim of this spirit and you are a woman, a man who come to propose to you, these men can have their own style, their own good life. If they are persistent and serious, they want to commit and give you a good life. Your spiritual husband or your spiritual wife, if you're a man, they're going to become jealous. They're going to start discouraging these people. If the spirit in these people are persistent, they're going to start destroying these people spiritually and physically, attacking their career, their health, their financing. They're going to push them away until they're going to leave you. They're going to bring them dreams. They're going to show them everything, bring them accidents. If these people persist, they're going to kill them. That was very important for you to know who are you having sex with. You might be clean. You go and have sex with somebody who is a victim, who is in the bondage of this kind of errant spirit. They come and destroy you when you're spiritual naked, when you are not protected, when you're not enlightened. It's very important, very, very important that you understand that this errant spirit, which play the role of spiritual husband and spiritual wife, are not the kind of spirit you can just see with the naked eye, are not the kind of spirit that you can just remove without knowing how to remove them. They are very tricky, and they take the form of the body that contains them like water and the color. They can disguise themselves in any form to hide their identity. So for those who are following me, those who have identified themselves with this, you are welcome to contact me to seek for guidance, for help, wherever you are. You can WhatsApp me on +27 81 729 3855. +27 81 729 3855. You can still email me at ancientspiritualism@gmail.com. Don't forget to share, to like, to comment. Ask question. Sorry. We can still come back on the topic based on your question, based on your share. Bring more people to listen to this message and highlight them. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed evening. May the divine grace of your ancestor be upon you. The divine grace of the Ascended Master be upon you. May the light shine upon you. And peace dwell in your home. Reconciliation and love be restored to your home. I'm casting upon now your home and your marriage, your relationship, your life. The light of success, the life of enlightenment, the life of prosperity, and the life of discernment. Discover the sun and seek help wherever you are. Don't be shy. Don't be hypocrite. This is about your life. See you on our next show. Have a blessed day. Your humble servant, Molopwe